Live from Bob Stein Stadium at Lynn-Cottrell Park on the campus of UNG, from historic Dahlonega, Georgia, Peach Belt Conference Baseball is on the air. It's the series finale between the University of North Georgia Nighthawks and the Pacers from USC Aiken. Good afternoon, everyone. Robert DiClemente on hand, along with the rest of the Nighthawk Sports Network crew. We're glad to have you here this Sunday afternoon. The Pacers were able to clinch the series after a 6-5 win on Friday and a 7-3 win yesterday afternoon. The Nighthawks were able to climb their way back into the ballgame after falling into a 1-3 hole as they were able to tie it up in the 7th. Unfortunately, that was going to be the last time the Nighthawks put runs on the board after a 4-run ninth inning from the Pacers put the game to rest. So the Nighthawks are looking to get a bounce-back win here today and get their first win in conference play. Again, we're glad you decided to join us here this Sunday afternoon as we are already underway here at the Steiner. That's going to be a strike thrown there from Pierce Williams, who's getting the start on the mound for the Nighthawks today. And here are the starters for the Pacers from USC Aiken. Leading things off is going to be James Eckert. Second is going to be Josh Sharp, followed by Jackson Hannon. He's playing left field today. Justin Bird will follow up Hannon. Then Luke Parker, Nick Tripp, Jose Hernandez, Marcus Mastalone, Caden Blankenship, and then Jacob Fletcher is going to be on the mound for the Pacers. As Eckert now faces a 2-2 count from Williams. And that one's going to be low and outside, so a full count now for Eckert. Defensively for the Nighthawks, Jace Bowen's going to be playing third base, Riley Frost at short, Josh Sosa in right field, Andrew Zapata in center. Mason Steele's going to be at first base, Connor Frost at second, Jorge Arisboro in left field, and Jack Davis playing catcher. And of course, we have Pierce Williams, as we mentioned, on the mound for North Georgia. Steele is still getting the start over there at first base, as Levin Steins is going to be out for the foreseeable future with a hand injury. That one's going to be hit into foul territory, so the count stays at 3-2. Today's first inning is presented by Walden Realty, an official partner of North Georgia Baseball. So the full count here for Eckert. Fouls that one away again. Count stays full. And the full count now for Eckert. That one's going to be down for a base hit in center field, so Eckert is going to make his way to first. So the Pacers are off to a solid start here. That's going to bring up Josh Sharp. As he will try to build off of some of that success from Eckert. Sharp, the sophomore out of Lawrenceville, Georgia. As that one's going to be in the dirt for ball number 1. 1-0. Pierce Williams, the left-handed pitcher out of Douglasville, Georgia, getting the start here. And the pickoff attempt there. And the 1-0 pitch. It's going to make that ball number 2 for Sharp. Another pickoff attempt there. Sharp with the third best batting average on the squad with .321 on the season. That one's going to be inside the zone for strike number 1. It's a 2-1 count now for Sharp. Sharp's got 9 hits on the season as well, so he'll be looking to crack double digits here. Another pickoff attempt. Williams been keeping his eye on Eckert. He leads the team in stolen bases with 5, so he definitely doesn't want him getting a second. And a nice catch there from Steele for out number 1. So 2 outs now in the inning. That's going to bring up Jackson Hannon into the batter's box for the Pacers. Hannon's already cracked double-digit hits this season. He has 10. He also has 5 runs scored. That pitch is going to be in the dirt. So a 1-1 count now for Jackson Hannon. That one's hit high into right. Should be the easy out there for Josh Sosa. And that'll bring out the Nighthawks offense when we come back. You're watching North Georgia Baseball on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
She has her whole life in front of her and already has a world-class heart team behind her. And so does every generation of her family, thanks to Georgia Heart Institute. Every day, our cardiologists, heart surgeons, and vascular surgeons bring breakthroughs that save and improve lives for generations. So whether you need heart care today or in 2073, we'll be here with the very best for your heart. Georgia Heart Institute.
Meet Harper. Harper was born to care and always had your back. Like the time she spotted a friend's rogue retainer, a threat of a permanent overbite, and made the save just in time.
I got you. Thanks.
Today, Harper still has your back as a teammate at Truist, the bank with Truist One checking.
I got you. Thanks.
With no overdraft fees, a negative balance buffer, and automatic upgrades, it's the checking account that has your back.
Back with you here in Dahlonega as the Nighthawks offense takes the field. We got a couple changes to the batting order for North Georgia. Brady Skipper is going to be leading things off here for North Georgia after he faced 4 walks yesterday, followed by Jace Bowen, Riley Frost, Josh Sosa, Andrew Zapata, Mason Steele, Connor Frost, Jorge Arisboro, and Jack Davis rounding things out for the batting order for North Georgia. And so Coach Cantrell has been typically going with Opata to lead things off here, but he has been moved down a few spots just for this game, I'm imagining. A little strategic move there from Coach Cantrell.
Now batting number 30, Brady Skipper.
So Brady Skipper leading things off here for the Nighthawks, a freshman out of Broxton, Georgia. That one is hit right back to the pitcher for a quick out there. So that's going to bring up Chase Bowen to the plate.
Bowen.
So despite some changes being made to the batting order here for North Georgia, Coach Cantrell still going with 2 freshmen to lead things off for him. As that's going to be in for a strike. 0-1 now for Bowen. Jacob Fletcher getting the start today on the mound for the Pacers. Fletcher, a transfer out of South Georgia State. As that one's going to be fouled. So 1-2 count now for Bowen. And the 1-2 pitch. Going to be just outside the zone. Now a 2-2 count for Bowen. That one's going to be down. Shallow right. Throw to first. It's going to make it 2 outs now in the inning for the Nighthawks. That's going to bring up Riley Frost into the batter's box for North Georgia. Riley Frost with the 4th best batting average for North Georgia, batting .281. He's also got 9 runs scored so far this season. That's 2nd best on the team. As that first pitch is going to be in for a ball. 1-0 now for Bowen, or for Frost, excuse me. That one's hit into center for out number 3. And so that'll take us to the 2nd. We are still scoreless in this one. You're watching North Georgia Baseball on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
How do you create something that's different than everyone else? You do it differently than everyone else. Here at Copeland Creative, we specialize in telling captivating stories of wild people, wild things, and wild places. We don't just capture the story, we immerse ourselves in it. We are a diverse, multi-talented media house based in North Georgia, and if you have a story that needs told, we want to help you tell it.
Greatness. Greatness is defined as striving to succeed. It is giving everything you have to achieve your goals. It's not defined by the numbers of games you lose, the numbers of shots you miss, but it's the risk in failing that will define your greatness. You earn it by showing up early, by pushing yourself every day, by working harder than everyone else. When you've reached that point of giving up, you don't. Most people are good, others are great. Find your greatness.
Back with you here in Dahlonega as we're getting things going here in the top of the 2nd. Today's 2nd inning is presented by Howard Brothers, an official partner of North Georgia Baseball. As number 15, Justin Bird, steps into the batter's box for the Pacers. As swing and a miss there. Nice pitch there from Williams. Makes it 0-1. Bird has been one of the biggest reasons for the Pacers having such a hot start to their offense this season. Bird's got 3 home runs of his own. That's more than, or just as many home runs as a third of the entire Peach Belt Conference. As he faces a 1-1 count now. That one's going to be high, so a 2-1 count now. One's going to be fouled near the Nighthawks dugout. 2-2 now. And the 2-2 pitch. It's going to be just outside of the zone. Now full count for Bird. He's got Luke Parker on deck. So that one's going to be in for strike 3. Pacers dugout is not too happy with that call. But that'll be out number 1 here for the Pacers. So that brings out Luke Parker. That's going to be in for a strike. Parker's got the second best batting average on the squad, batting .355 this season. He's also got 8 RBIs this season. That's tied for first on his team with Justin Bird. So the count's now 1-1. That one's going to be fouled and over the bleachers. Makes it a 1-2 count now. That one's going to be in the dirt. Makes it 2-2. Parker with 2 home runs for himself this season as well. Just 1 shy of Bird. So that one's going to be fair down the right field line. Bird's going to make his, or Parker's going to make his way for 2. He's going to slide in. He's going to get 2 rather easily there. That's going to bring up Nick Tripp. Now he's got a runner on second, and Parker just 1 out in the inning. That one's going to be inside the zone for strike number 1. And the 0-1 pitch to Tripp. It's going to be fair down the right field line. And it was bobbled there from Steele. And they're going to call him safe at home and safe at second. So the Pacers are going to score a run here. After Parker was able to make it home from second. So the Pacers getting on the board first here. Makes it a 1-0 game. So those are 2 back-to-back hits that are going down the right field line that get just past Steele. And so the Nighthawks are going to have a little bit of a conversation here on the mound, try to figure things out, maybe calm down Williams a little bit. As the Pacers take an early lead in this one. As Tripp is now on second. Jose Hernandez up to bat for the Pacers. So the count is now 1-0. Hernandez, the designated hitter for the Pacers. That one's going to be low for ball number 2. The Nighthawks fell into an early deficit in Game 2, so they're definitely not looking to repeat that here. So that one's going to be low again, so 3-0 for Hernandez. Wouldn't be shocked if he doesn't swing here. As that's 4 consecutive balls thrown from Williams to put Hernandez on first. So that's going to bring up Marcus Mastalone with just 1 out in the inning. He's got 2 runners on. That one's going to be inside the zone for strike number 1. Williams trying to get back in the zone after throwing 4 consecutive balls. Swing and a miss there for strike number 2. 0-2 now for Mastalone. He's still got Hernandez on first and Tripp on second. And the 0-2 pitch. Not coming quite yet. As Williams awaits the signal. He's got his eye on Tripp. So that one's going to be high and right for ball number 1. Williams seemed to have his focus a little more behind him. Trying to prevent the steal attempt from Tripp. As that one's hit well into center. Opata doesn't have to work a whole lot there for out number 2. So that's going to bring up number 7, Caden Blankenship. Now with 2 outs in the inning. Blankenship with 6 RBIs so far this season. And that's going to be in for strike number 1. Blankenship also leads the team in walks with 6, and he's been hit by a pitch 3 times. That's the most on his team. as he faces a 1-1 count from Williams. And the pitch to Blankenship. It's going to be just outside of the zone for ball number 2. 2-1 count now for Blankenship. Williams still got his eye on Tripp. And the count now goes to 3-1 after direction of the umpire. And that's going to be in for strike number 2. So a 3-2 count now. Big pitch coming up here from Williams, because a walk would load the bases. That one's going to be fouled. So Blankenship still holding on in this one. Full count now for Blankenship. That one's going to be hit high into right. Sosa tracks, and he will get out number 3. Speaking of Sosa, he'll be leading things off here for the Nighthawks in the second. We'll be right back with you on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Bryan Properties is a commercial real estate brokerage firm serving Northeast Georgia. Located in nearby Cumming, Georgia, Bryan Properties specializes in commercial real estate along the Georgia 400 corridor. For more information on Bryan Properties, visit bryanproperties.net. The UNG bookstore is operated by Barnes & Noble and is located in the Chastity Building beside Starbucks in downtown Dahlonega. Fans and students can visit in person or online at ung.bncollege.com for all your Nighthawk apparel and textbook needs for the upcoming season.
Back with you here in Dahlonega as Sosa looks to lead things off here for the Nighthawks. In NCAA Division II, there are no limits. That's why the UNG gives student athletes the opportunity to excel on and off the field of competition. Please join Nighthawk Athletics as we continue to pursue the NCAA Division II mission and make it yours. So Sosa stepping into the batter's box for North Georgia. Sosa with the only triple for North Georgia this season. As that pitch is going to be outside of the zone for ball number 1. That one's going to be inside. Makes it a 1-1 count now for Sosa. That's going to be fouled and over the bleachers. Makes it a 1-2 count. Got a busy day around the Peach Belt Conference in baseball. Florida Southern and Georgia College is already underway. That one's going to be fouled again. USC Beaufort taking on Lander. Augusta taking on Young Harris, and Flagler taking on Columbus State today. 1-2 pitch. Going to be in the dirt. Makes it 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch to Sosa. Swing and a miss there. So that makes it strike number 3. And that's going to bring out Andrew Zapata into the batter's box for North Georgia. Zapata usually leading things off here for North Georgia in the first. Coach Cantrell making some changes to the batting order. That's going to be in for strike number 1. Swing and a miss there. Makes it quick 0-2 now for Opata. He's got the second best batting average for North Georgia at .294. So that one's going to be hit into right. It's going to get down for a base hit for Opata. So just 1 out in the inning. Now you got a runner on first for Mason Steele. Coach Cantrell's got a lot of faith on the freshmen on his team with Skipper, Bowen, Opata, Steele, just to name a few. Pickoff attempt there. Fletcher's definitely going to keep his eye on Opata when he's on base. He's second in the Peach Belt in stolen bases. That one's going to be in for strike. 0-1 now for Steele. That one's going to be fouled. Now 0-2. Mason Steele stepping up and playing first base for the injured Levensteins. Another pickoff attempt there. Opata is always a threat to steal, so swinging a high fly ball. That one's going to center, but it's going to be an easy out there for Jackson Hannon. So that's going to bring up Connor Frost to the batter's box for North Georgia. Connor Frost, one of the few seniors left on this Nighthawk squad. And the pickoff attempt is going to be an out at first for Opata. So that's going to bring us to the third. USC Aiken still up 1-0 in this one. Back with you here in Dahlonega as the Pacers return to the top of their batting order. It's James Eckert. He's going to step back into the batter's box. Eckert's also been one of the main reasons the Pacers have been off to such a hot start this season. Eckert's got 5 stolen bases and 16 hits this season. That's good for second in the Peach Belt Conference. So that one's going to be low for ball number 1. One's going to be inside the zone for strike 1. 1-1 count now for Eckert. So that one's going to be fouled. Now 1-2. Williams waits the signal. It's going to be in the dirt. So it makes it 2-2. And the 2-2 pitch to Eckert. That's going to be out number 1. Is that throw from Davis was a little low, but he's able to get it to steal for out number 1. And so Josh Sharp now with the second at-bat here for the Pacers. That one's going to be in the dirt for ball number 1. So the 1-0 pitch. That one's going to be down and right for a base hit. Sharp thought about going to second, but he will stay at first. And so now Coach Cantrell is going to have a little conversation here on the mound. Nighthawks maybe making a pitch and change here. So that's going to be the end of the day for Williams. As number 16, Daniel Courtney, the sophomore left-handed pitcher out of Peachtree City, Georgia, is going to try to provide a breath of fresh air to the Nighthawks as they make a Wendy's call to the bullpen. Today's third inning is presented by Captain D's of Dahlonega, an official partner of North Georgia Baseball. So Courtney will get in a few warm-up pitches here as Williams was struggling a little bit on the mound for the Nighthawks. And so Courtney is going to come in and try to limit the Pacers' offense here. Still just 1 out in the inning. The Pacers have a runner on first as well. Over at Haynes and Carolyn Hill Stadium, UNG softball is underway in a doubleheader against UNG softball in a doubleheader against Lake Erie. It's the top of the 7th, and North Georgia is up 6-0. And so the Nighthawks softball team is looking for a perfect home record to start out the season. So Daniel Courtney's ready to go. That one's going to be outside the zone for ball number 1. As Jackson Hannon now in the batter's box for the Pacers. Pickoff attempt there. And the 1-0 pitch. It's going to make it a 2-0 count now. Another pickoff attempt there. Gets away from Steele for the moment. The count's still 2-0 for Hannon. Another pickoff attempt. Count's still 2-0. So Hannon still awaits a pitch. There's another pickoff attempt there. And Hannon finally sees a pitch, but it's going to make it a 3-0 count. So wouldn't be surprised if Hannon neglects to swing here. Nice pitch there from Courtney. He's going to make it a 3-1 count. Now he's going to be in for strike number 2. A couple good pitches here thrown from Courtney. Makes it a full count now. Another pickoff attempt. And the full count pitch. Swing and a miss there. Nice pitch from Courtney. Makes it 2 outs in the inning. And so now Justin Bird is going to get a crack at it. 2 outs in the inning for Bird. He's got Sharp still on first. Another pickoff attempt. Courtney just playing a little bit of catch here with Steele this inning. That one's going to be fouled. 0-1. So now it's 0-1. Bird awaits the pitch. That one's going to be fouled back towards the net. So 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch to Bird. It's going to be outside of the zone. Now 1-2 count. Steal attempt there. It's going to be unsuccessful as that one gets over Frost. So Sharp is able to successfully steal second after it seemed like 100 pickoff attempts. So that makes things a little easier here for Bird. And that one's going to be outside of the zone, according to the home plate ump. So now 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the inning. As Cooper would say, deuces are wild. That one's going to be popped into right. Going to be the easy out there for Sosa to take us to the bottom of the third. Jorge Risbro is going to be up to bat first for North Georgia. You're watching North Georgia Baseball on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
United Logistics is a veteran-owned and relationship-driven company with a goal of being an integral part of the community, providing safe transportation and shipping solutions, and being recognized as one of the leading providers of transportation nationwide. Visit unitedlogistics.net for more information. Walton & Company Realty is dedicated to serving you with all of your real estate needs. Their team of professionals will help you with everything from transaction coordination, marketing, and representing you as a buyer or seller, and has a goal of making your transaction run as smoothly as possible. For more information, visit waldenco.com.
Back with you here in Dahlonega as the Nighthawks offense is going to take the field. Ticketing for UNG Athletics home events has transitioned to a fully digital model through the Hometown Ticketing app. For complete information on both single game and season tickets, please visit ungathletics.com/tickets. So it's my mistake. Connor Frost is actually going to be leading things off here in the bottom of the third for North Georgia. As that one's going to be fouled down the left field line. Makes it 0-1. That one's going to go past the pitcher into center, as that's going to be down for a base hit for Frost. So that grounder makes it past Fletcher and Bird. And so now Jorge Orisboro is going to get his chance in the batter's box for North Georgia. Now it's going to be high and outside of the zone for ball number 1. So 1-0. It's going to be inside of the zone for a strike. So now 1-1 for Orisboro. Orisboro's got 7 hits and 7 RBIs this season. Looking to add to that total this afternoon. That pitch is going to be outside of the zone. Makes it 2-1. Orisboro also had a home run on Friday in Game 1 of the series against USC Aiken. That one's going to be fouled and near the Nighthawks bullpen. Makes it a 2-2 count. Jack Davis is on deck for the Nighthawks. That one's going to get down shallow left. So the Pacers are going to get the double play here. 2 quick outs to bring up Davis. So nice job there from the Pacers defense to try to make quick work of this Nighthawks offense. Swing and a miss there. It's going to be 0-1 for Davis. Going to be outside of the zone. Now a 1-1 count for Davis. Swing and a miss there, so now 1-2. Fletcher's working quick here. Trying to get his offense back out on the field. And the 1-2 pitch. It's going to be fouled over the press box. Count stays at 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch. It's going to be outside of the zone. So 2-2. Waiting to get the double peace signs from the home plate ump. Doesn't need it though, because that's going to be strike number 3 to bring us to the 4th inning. You're watching North Georgia Baseball on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Here in Dahlonega, we treasure our history.
We treasure our waterfalls.
We treasure our wine.
But most of all, we treasure our guests.
We are a family.
We treasure our community.
And we're an experience for you to discover.
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 The heart of the Georgia mountains.
The heart of the Georgia mountains.
Discover the heart of the Georgia mountains.
The mountains are open.
Back with you here in Dahlonega as Luke Parker will lead things off for the Pacers here in the top of the 4th. Today's 4th inning is presented by the Chattahoochee Group, an official partner of North Georgia Baseball. As that pitch from Courtney is going to be in for a strike. So 0-1 now for Parker. That one's going to be down for a base hit. So now Nick Tripp is going to get a crack at it here. With a runner on first, no outs in the inning. one's going to be fouled and out of the Steiner and into the road. So it makes it a 0-1 count. And the 0-1 pitch to Tripp. It's going to be low. And so Parker is going to be able to get to second. After that pitch in the dirt from Courtney. Over at Haynes and Carolyn Hill, North Georgia softball was able to get the 6-0 win against Lake Erie in Game 1 of their doubleheader. So that one's going to be fouled, makes it a 1-2 count. North Georgia softball advances to 9-1 on the season. They are still undefeated at home. Now it's going to be inside the zone for strike number 3. Nice pitch there from Courtney to get the first out of the inning. And that'll bring back up designated hitter Jose Hernandez. As that one's popped high to first. Steele gets the easy out. Routine play for Steele. So now 2 quick outs in the inning for Marcus Mastalone. That's going to be inside the zone for a strike. Still got Parker on second. Swing and a miss there for strike number 2. Now 0-2. As Courtney gets the signal he likes. And the 0-2 pitch to Mastalone. Going to be outside of the zone. 1-2 now. Mastalone's got Blankenship on deck. Now that pitch is going to make it a 2-2 count now. And the 2-2 pitch from Courtney. Swing, that ball's hit well into center. Opata makes the diving catch there for out number 3. Nice hustle play there from Opata. Brings us to the bottom of the 4th. You're watching North Georgia Baseball on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Moore's Lumber and Hardware has proudly served the homeowners and pro contractors of North Georgia since 1946. Located in Dahlonega, our covered drive-through lumber yard provides customers with both quality products and services. Rains Grading, a licensed excavating contractor located in Lumpkin County, provides both commercial and residential grading, hauling, and paving to the North Georgia area.
Back with you here in Dahlonega as the Nighthawks offense takes the field. The Peach Belt Conference is home to 37 national championships, including your 2015 UNG softball team and 2021 pole vault national champions Journey Gurley. For more information on the conference, visit the league's official website at peachbelt.com. So the Nighthawks return to the top of their batting order. Brady Skipper is going to lead things off here for North Georgia in the bottom of the fourth as he sees ball number 1. So the 1-0 count for Skipper. It's going to be a 2-0 count now. The Nighthawks have had such great plate discipline this season. Levenstein leads the Peach Belt Conference in walks with 9. Connor Frost and Sosa have each been hit by pitch 4 times this season. Opad has been hit 5. As Skipper sees a strike there. So the Nighthawks have had a good eye this season, which has led the Nighthawks being able to cushion some of their leads after some errant pitching with bases loaded. So a 2-1 count now for Skipper as he fouls this one away. Makes it 2-2. Swing and a miss there for Brady Skipper. And so Fletcher making quick work of the designated hitter to bring out Jace Bowen. Bowen's got the second best batting average in the Peach Belt Conference, batting .441. He's also third in the conference in hits with 15. And so Coach Contrell's seen a lot of success here from the young players on his team. That's going to be inside of the zone, so Bowen now faces a 1-1 count. That's outside of the zone. Now 2-1 for Bowen. Swing and a drive. That one's hit high into shallow left as shortstop there makes the backtrack for out number 2. So now Riley Frost will step into the batter's box for the Nighthawks. 2 outs in the inning. He does not have any runners on. That's inside the zone for strike number 1. Swing and a miss, so 2 quick strikes for Frost. So the 0-2 pitch to Frost makes it 0-3. So some good pitching there from Fletcher. Able to make this a quick run for North Georgia. That's going to bring us to the 5th. It's still a 1-0 ball game. Nighthawks trail in this one. You're watching North Georgia baseball on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Moore's Lumber and Hardware has proudly served the homeowners and pro contractors of North Georgia since 1946. Located in Dahlonega, our covered drive-through lumber yard provides customers with both quality products and services. Rains Grading, a licensed excavating contractor located in Lumpkin County, provides both commercial and residential grading, hauling, and paving to the North Georgia area.
Back with you here in Dahlonega as we get things going here in the top of the 5th. Today's fifth inning is presented by Moore's Hardware and Lumber, an official partner of North Georgia Baseball. So it's still a close ball game here. The Pacers are up 1-0. The Nighthawks have had their chances. Unfortunately, the Pacers defense has been able to make quick work of them. Haven't been able to stay on the field long enough to get back into this one. And so now Caden Blankenship will lead things off for the Pacers as that one's hit high and to right. As Sosa can't make the diving catch there. So Blankenship's going to go for 3. As he will slide in and get 3 easily there. As Sosa tried to run that one down. Was almost going to be in foul territory, but it ended up being fair. So Sosa was unable to rally that one in. And so now Eckert will get another crack at the ball. This one hits Courtney for a quick out there. And so Coach Cantrell, the home plate umpire, going to check up on Courtney, make sure he's all right after that one from Eckert hit him in the foot. Coach Cantrell didn't look too happy about something there. So that's going to bring up number 22, Josh Sharp. That one's going to be low as Sharp sees ball number 1. So 1 out in the inning. Blankenship was able to get a triple and make his way to third. And that pitch from Courtney is going to be outside of the zone for ball number 2. Now the 2-0 count for Eckert. It's going to be a 3-0 count now. Nighthawks faithful here, not too pleased with that call. But we do have a great crowd here today at the Steiner. And that's going to be in for strike number 1, now a 3-1 count. Weather's definitely been one of the nicer days we've had these past couple weekends. Not too windy out, not too cold out as well. So that one's going to be fouled. Now a 3-2 count. Weather is 58 degrees here in Dahlonega. You know, there was a chance of some flurries last night, but I don't think we got any of that. So that one's going to be fouled. Sharp faces a full count still. As Courtney gets the signal he likes. And the full count to Sharp. That one's going to get down for a base hit as they are waving Blankenship home. So he's going to score a run here. That's going to put the Pacers up 2-0 in this one. After that single from Sharp. So still got just 1 out in the inning. Bringing up Jackson Hannon to bat here for the Pacers. Shows bunt here. That one's in the dirt as The throw to second is going to be in time. Nice heads-up play there from Jack Davis to get the throw to second. So now we have 2 outs in the inning, making things a little more difficult for Hannon to try to extend this one. That one's going to be fouled. Almost stayed fair. So it's going to be a 1-1 count now. As Hannon makes his way back into the batter's box. And the 1-1 pitch from Courtney. Get the inside of the zone for strike number 2. Now 1-2. And the 1-2 pitch from Courtney. Going to be in the dirt. Makes it a 2-2 count. So that one's hit well into left, but it's going to be the easy out there for Arisboro. Routine play there, bringing us to the bottom of the 5th. It's a 2-0 ball game. Pacers are on top. You're watching North Georgia Baseball on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
She has her whole life in front of her and already has a world-class heart team behind her. And so does every generation of her family, thanks to Georgia Heart Institute. Every day, our cardiologists, heart surgeons, and vascular surgeons bring breakthroughs that save and improve lives for generations. So whether you need heart care today or in 2073, we'll be here with the very best for your heart. Georgia Heart Institute.
Meet Harper. Harper was born to care and always had your back. Like the time she spotted a friend's rogue retainer, a threat of a permanent overbite, and made the save just in time.
I got you. Thanks.
Today, Harper still has your back as a teammate at Truist, the bank with Truist One checking.
I got you. Thanks.
With no overdraft fees, a negative balance buffer, and automatic upgrades, it's the checking account that has your back.
Back with you here in Dahlonega as the Nighthawks offense takes the field. Josh Sosa leading things off here for North Georgia. As that one's going to be hit shallow right. And the throw to first is going to be in time for a quick out here for the Nighthawks. So now Andrew Sopata is going to get a crack at it. As we mentioned earlier, this Pacers defense has been able to make quick work of the Nighthawks offense. Haven't really been able to give them too many chances here, as that one's going to be inside of the zone for a strike. Swing and a miss there. Makes it a quick 0-2 count now for Opata. He's got Steele on deck. And that one's going to be fouled into the Pacers dugout. Count stays at 0-2 for Opata. And the 0-2 pitch. It's going to be high and right. Makes it a 1-2 count now. Pacers still rolling with Fletcher on the mound as he's held the Nighthawks scoreless so far in this one. That's going to be in the dirt. 2-2 now for Opata. As Fletcher gets the signal he wants. That one's going to be fouled back towards the press box, but caught by the net. So the count stays at 2-2. And that one's going to cut it a little close, so Opata's worked his way all the way into a full count after being down 0-2. So Opata with the great plate discipline there, able to make his way to first. And that's going to bring up number 25, Mason Steele. Getting another crack at it here for North Georgia. Can imagine that Fletcher is definitely going to have his eye on first, as Opata's always going to be a threat to steal. Count is now 1-0. As the home plate ump is going to have a little bit of a discussion here with Fletcher. So a quick discussion here. We will resume play as the home plate ump gets a few new baseballs. So the 1-0 pitch from Fletcher going to be in the dirt for a 2-0 count for Steele. Now the 2-0 pitch from Fletcher. Going to be in the zone for strike number 1. So now a 2-1 count for Mason Steele. Pickoff attempt there. Pacers were able to get Opata out at first earlier in this game. So that one's going to be fouled. So a 2-2 count now for Steele. As Fletcher gets the signal he likes. Another pickoff attempt there. As Opata has definitely grabbed the attention of Fletcher here in this one. That one's going to be tipped and fouled. Count stays at 2-2. As we mentioned earlier, Opata's second in the Peach Belt Conference in stolen bases, so whoever's on the mound has definitely got to keep his head on a swivel. And a 2-2 pitch. Swing, and that one's going to be into foul territory. As that one lands on top of the Pacers bullpen. So the count stays at 2-2. Steele battling here. Got Connor Frost on deck for the Nighthawks. Another pickoff attempt there. And the 2-2 pitch from Fletcher. That one's going to be fouled again. Steele doing a great job battling here. Steele, the freshman out of Valdosta, Georgia. And the 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss there. As the Pacers get 2 quick outs here. Another double play from them. It's going to bring us to the top of the 6th. Still a 2-0 ball game. Pacers are on top here. You're watching North Georgia Baseball on the Nighthawk Sports Network. We'll be right back.
How do you create something that's different than everyone else? You do it differently than everyone else. Here at Copeland Creative, we specialize in telling captivating stories of wild people, wild things, and wild places. We don't just capture the story, we immerse ourselves in it. We are a diverse, multi-talented media house based in North Georgia, and if you have a story that needs told, we want to help you tell it.
Greatness. Greatness is defined as striving to succeed. It is giving everything you have to achieve your goals. It's not defined by the numbers of games you lose, the numbers of shots you miss, but it's the risk in failing that will define your greatness. You earn it by showing up early, by pushing yourself every day, by working harder than everyone else. And when you've reached that point of giving up, you don't. Most people are good, others are great. Find your greatness.
Back with you here in Dahlonega as we're getting things going here in the top of the 6th. Today's 6th inning is presented by Raines Grading, an official partner of North Georgia Baseball. So Justin Bird will lead things off here for the Pacers in the top of the 6th. So that one's going to be inside of the zone for a strike. That one's outside of the zone, so a 1-1 count. Nighthawks still rolling with Courtney on the mound. And the 1-1 pitch from Courtney, going to be outside the zone for ball number 2. Now 2-1 count for Justin Bird. That one's going to be inside the zone for strike number 2. Nice pitch there from Courtney. That one's going to be just a little outside of the zone. So now 3-2. That pitch is going to be outside of the zone, so Bird is going to make his way to first on the walk. So now number 8, Luke Parker, is going to get a crack at it here for the Pacers. No outs in the inning. He's got Bird on first. Pickoff attempt there. So that pitch is going to be high for ball number 1. Some score updates from around the Peach Belt Conference. The Georgia College Florida Southern baseball game. Florida Southern up big in this one, 9-1, top of the 8th. The Lander is up 1-0 as Nighthawks unable to get the double play there, but they still get the out at second. The Lander and USC Beaufort game sees Lander up 1-0 in the bottom of the 6th. And the Columbus State and Flagler game is 5-1 in favor of the Cougars, top of the 7th in that one. Another pickoff attempt there. As North Georgia's softball team is underway in Game 2 of their doubleheader. And the steal attempt is going to be another out at second. So the heads-up play there from Frost. The connection from Jack Davis. Now gets 2 consecutive outs at second. Making things a little more difficult here for Luke Parker. Or for Nick Tripp, excuse me. As he now faces an 0-2 count. And the 0-2 pitch from Courtney. It's going to be in the dirt. Makes it a 1-2 count. And the 1-2 pitch from Courtney. That one's going to be right into the glove of Jace Bowen. So that's going to bring us to the bottom of the 6th. You're watching North Georgia Baseball on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Bryan Properties is a commercial real estate brokerage firm serving Northeast Georgia. Located in nearby Cumming, Georgia, Bryan Properties specializes in commercial real estate along the Georgia 400 corridor. For more information on Bryan Properties, visit bryanproperties.net. The UNG bookstore is operated by Barnes & Noble and is located in the Chastity Building beside Starbucks in downtown Dahlonega. Fans and students can visit in person or online at ung.bncollege.com for all your Nighthawk apparel and textbook needs for the upcoming season.
Back with you here in Dahlonega as the Nighthawks offense is going to take the field here in the bottom of the 6th. Connor Frost is going to be leading things off here for North Georgia. North Georgia still down in an 0-2 hole as they're going to try and climb their back way into this one. The Pacers still rolling with Fletcher on the mound as he has pitched a shutout so far. Let's see if Connor Frost has something to say about that. As Frost is going to be hit by pitch off the first pitch there from Fletcher. Frost, one of the league leaders in the Peach Belt Conference in being hit by pitch. So he's definitely got a few bruises on him, but it's definitely worth it to get to first. So now Jorge Arisboro will step into the batter's box for North Georgia as he very quickly gets a runner on first now. That one's going to be right down the middle for a strike. 0-1. And the 0-1 pitch to Arisboro. It's going to be a swing and a miss there. Makes it 0-2 if Arisboro was able to get a hold of that one. Sure, that would have been going over the wall. As Arisboro awaits the 0-2 pitch. Fletcher with the 0-2 pitch. So that one's going to be fouled. As we mentioned, Connor Frost on first. Of course, the success from the Nighthawks freshmen can be traced back to the seniors on the squad, Frost being one of them. Nick Levenstein is another senior on this team with 12 RBIs this season, 52 putouts through 6 games. As that one's going to be outside of the zone for ball number 1. And unfortunately, Levenstein, as we mentioned earlier, going to miss some time with that hand injury. That leaves some more opportunities for some of the younger players to step up to the plate for North Georgia. That one's going to be low and away for ball number 2. So Reesboro trying to work his way back here. And the 2-2 pitch from Fletcher. It's going to be a swing and a miss there from Reesboro. Bringing it to 1 out in the inning. So Fletcher making quick work of Reesboro to bring out Jack Davis. Still got a runner on first and Connor Frost. Pickoff attempt there. As Davis sees his first pitch as a strike. Now 0-1. And the 0-1 pitch to Davis. It's like a swing and a miss there. Makes it 0-2. See some good pitching from Fletcher this inning. So now Jack Davis quickly in an 0-2 hole. Another swing and a miss there for strike number 3. Another good pitch from Fletcher. Now 2 quick outs in the inning for the Nighthawks. As North Georgia returns to the top of their batting order, Brady Skipper, designated hitter. See what he can do here with a runner on first. As that one's going to be fouled. 0-1. As Blankenship over at third. Tried to make the diving catch there. But it goes into foul territory. So still 0-1 for Brady Skipper. And they're going to say he swung on that one. So, 0-2 now for Skipper. Or a 1-1 count. That one's going to be low for ball number 2. So now a 2-1 count for Brady Skipper. Pickoff attempt there. As Fletcher has been playing catch with his first baseman quite a bit throughout this one. He was able to get Opata out at first, though, earlier in this one. So that one's going to be outside of the zone. Now a 3-1 count for Brady Skipper. As that one's hit high into left. Does it have enough? It does not. So that's going to retire the inning and take us to the 7th. Nighthawks still unable to put anything up on the board here in this one. So the Pacers offense will take the field when we come back. You're watching North Georgia Baseball on the Nighthawk Sports Network. Back with you here in Dahlonega as the Pacers offense takes the field. Jose Hernandez leading things off here for the Pacers in the top of the 7th. Today's 7th inning is presented by Zaxby's of Dahlonega, an official partner of North Georgia Baseball. As that one's popped up into foul territory. And the 1-1 pitch from Courtney is going to be fair down the right field line as Hernandez is going to make his way for 2. So that's going to bring up Marcus Mastalone after Hernandez was able to get the double there. See a couple pitchers getting warmed up in the bullpen for North Georgia. But for the moment, Coach Cantrell is still rolling with Daniel Courtney as he throws a nice pitch there for strike number 1. And the 0-1 pitch. It's going to be 0-2 now. A couple good pitches there from Courtney. As Mastalone waits the 0-2 pitch. It's going to be high for ball number 1, now 1-2. That one's going to be hit fair, and the diving attempt there from Riley Frost going to be unsuccessful, so the Pacers are going to put another run on the board here as Hernandez was able to make his way from second all the way to home after that RBI from Massalone. Now puts the Pacers up 3-0 in this one. And so Caden Blankenship will get a crack at it here for the Pacers. Still no outs in the inning. Pickoff attempt there. So Blankenship shows bunt there. It's going to make it a 1-0 count. Head coach for the Pacers, Michael Holder, was named head coach of his squad back in April of 2022. Coach Holder has over 20 years of coaching experience in both Division I and Division II baseball, including a 6-season stint here with the Nighthawks at the University of North Georgia. As that one's going to be popped up and caught by Bowen as he makes the throw to first. Going to be there in time. Nice play from Bowen to get the first out of the inning. As we just mentioned, Coach Holder with that 6-season stint here at UNG, where he helped Coach Contrell's squad reach the 2017 NCAA Division II Baseball National Championship. So you've got to think both coaches have an advantage here, as they are very familiar with one another and can anticipate some game plans. As Coach Contrell is going to have a word on the mound here, and that's going to be the end of the day for Daniel Courtney, as the Nighthawks are going to make a Wendy's call to the bullpen. And that's going to bring on number 19, Jacob Lassier, the junior right-handed pitcher out of Alpharetta, Georgia. He will come in for Courtney. So the Nighthawks are down in a 3-0 ball game in this one. Lassier is going to come in for Courtney to try to make quick work of this Pacers offense, who's been overall pretty successful here in this one. Nighthawks pitchers so far in this one have allowed 3 runs and 8 hits. So we'll see if Lassier has something to say about that one. As we mentioned, Coach Contrell and Coach Holder very familiar with one another. So we got coaches in both dugouts with years of experience and success under their belt. Of course, we've mentioned in previous games, Coach Contrell is approaching 800 career wins here at North Georgia. So he will definitely go down as one of the GOATs here for the Nighthawks. As Lassier is going to get in some warm-up pitches here. And over at Haynes and Carolyn Hill, North Georgia softball is underway in Game 2 of their doubleheader against Lake Erie. Hannah Forehand is up to bat for the Nighthawks. So after a few warm-up pitches from Lassier, he is ready to go. As that pitch is going to be away for ball number 1. So now James Eckert in the batter's box for the Pacers. Faces a 1-0 count. And that one's going to be in for a strike. So Lassier gets his first strike of the day. 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out in the inning. Pacers got a runner on second. And the 1-1 pitch. Going to be in for a strike. Nice pitch there thrown from Lassier. Makes it 1-2 now. Just 1 out in the inning. 1-2 pitch to Eckert. Gets a hold of that one. It's going to be down for a base hit as Pacers are waving him home. So the Pacers are going to extend their lead here after Matt Stallone was able to make it home from second. It's now a 4-0 ball game. The Nighthawks are digging themselves a deeper hole here. So now Josh Sharp is going to try to extend their lead, but not before the Nighthawks are looking to make another Wendy's call to the bullpen here. So Lassier is going to have a quick day after just facing Eckert. Coach Cantrell doesn't want to risk anything here. And so that's going to bring up number 13, Reed Howard, the sophomore left-handed pitcher out of Cumming, Georgia. As Coach Cantrell trying to switch things up here. The Nighthawks have let up 2 runs here in this inning. It's a 4-0 ball game. So Howard will get in some warm-up pitches here after the second Wendy's call to the bullpen in the 7th for North Georgia. And it has been quite the busy weekend in athletics here on the UNG campus. Yesterday, UNG men's and women's basketball picked up 2 very big wins against Columbus State yesterday. That win officially put the men's team firmly in first place in the Peach Belt Conference. They've been on just a phenomenal run this year. The women's team is also looking to make a deep run into the postseason, as they do, it seems like, every season now. The women's team has taken a little bit of a step back from last season as far as their record goes, but Coach Buffy's teams are always a threat once it comes to postseason play. Yesterday, the UNG softball was able to pick up back-to-back wins in their doubleheader against the UNC Pembroke, outscoring the Braves 20-0 in those games in a dominant performance. Today, softball, as we mentioned, taking on Lake Erie in another doubleheader over at Haynes and Carolyn Hill Stadium. North Georgia able to take the win in Game 1. They are underway. Over in Game 2, North Georgia's tennis teams also picked up wins against Tusculum yesterday. So a couple warm-up pitches from Reed Howard, and we'll see what he can do here for North Georgia with 1 out in the inning. As Josh Sharp steps up to the plate here for the Pacers. And Howard's first pitch of the day is going to be a ball. So 1-0 for Sharp. And the 1-0 pitch from Howard is not going to come quite yet. Not before the pickoff attempt there. This Pacers offense has definitely been out in the field far more than the Nighthawks offense has been able to. As that second pitch from Howard is going to be another ball, so 2-0. Howard has his eyes on first. Now the 2-0 pitch. It's going to be inside of the zone as Howard throws his first strike of the day. A couple Pacers fans disagree with that call. But the count still stays at 2-1. Another pickoff attempt there. Some Pacers fans making the 3-hour and 18-minute trip down to North Georgia. As a steal attempt there, it's going to be successful, as Eckert able to make his way to second. Pacers have had quite a few successful steal attempts in this one. As Sharp still faces a 2-1 count. As that one's popped up into foul territory. Makes it a 2-2 count. Waiting for the double P signs from the home plate ump. Doesn't look like we're going to get it. That one's going to be in for strike number 3. Nice pitching there from Howard. Brings us to 2 outs in the inning. As Jackson Hannon will now step up for the Pacers. As Coach Cantrell going to have another conversation on the mound. As the Nighthawks will have their third Wendy's call to the bullpen of this inning, as number 40, Eddie Galatis, the junior right-handed pitcher out of Decatur, Georgia, will now step on the mound for the Nighthawks. So North Georgia with 3 Wendy's called to the bullpens here in this one, as Coach Cantrell going with an interesting strategy here. And so Galatis will get a few warm-up pitches in with 2 outs in the inning, as he's going to have to face off against Jackson Hannon. As we mentioned earlier, the UNG men's and women's basketball teams picking up much-needed wins against Columbus State. They will be rounding out their season with 2 more games. Their game number 1 is going to be this Wednesday against Augusta at home at 7:30. And then the men's and women's teams will be rounding out their season with a road matchup against USC Aiken. That game set for this coming Saturday at 3:30 p.m. You can catch the men's and women's matchups against Augusta on the Nighthawk Sports Network or in person at Link Cottrell Arena at the UNG Convocation Center. And so Galatis gets in some warm-up pitches, and he's ready to go. As Hannon awaits the first pitch. That's going to be a ball on Galatis' first pitch. And the 1-0 pitch is going to be a 2-0 count now for Jackson Hannon. As this Pacers offense has been on the field for quite some time now. That's going to be outside of the zone, so 3 straight balls here thrown from Galatis. Would not be surprised if Hannon does not swing here. And he will not swing for ball number 4. as Coach Cantrell may be making another Wendy's call to the bullpen in this one, as Galatas will have a quick day here after just facing off against Hannon. And so now, number 17, Ben Koch, the sophomore right-handed pitcher out of Norcross, Georgia, will try to change things up here for the Nighthawks, as Coach Cantrell has made 4 Wendy's call to the bullpens in the top of the 7th. Still got 2 outs in the inning, although the Pacers have a runner on first and second after 4 straight balls thrown from Galatas. That'll be the end of his day. So we'll see what Ben Koch can do here for North Georgia. Over at Haynes and Carolyn Hill Stadium. It's still scoreless as North Georgia softball taking on Lake Erie in Game 2 of their doubleheader, top of the 3rd. No one has scored in that one, as North Georgia baseball has gone deep into their pitching bullpen, having gone through, I believe, 6 different pitchers in this one, as we are still in the top of the 7th. The Pacers have been able to put 2 runs on the board here in this one. So a couple warm-up pitches from Ben Koch. We will see what he can do against Justin Bird. We'll try to close this one out to bring his offense back out on the field. And Ben Koch's first pitch of the day is going to be a ball. And the 1-0 pitch. It's going to be 2-0 now. And so that's 6 consecutive balls thrown here for North Georgia. We'll see if Koch can close this one out with Bird in the batter's box. And so now runners will advance for the Pacers. And so the count is still 2-0. 2 outs in the inning, but now first base is open. So if Bird is able to get there on a walk, bases will be loaded for Luke Parker. And the 2-0 pitch. It's going to be inside of the zone for a strike. Nice pitch there thrown from Koch. Bird, one of the heavy hitters on this Pacers offense, so Koch's definitely got his work cut out for him here. That one's going to be tipped and fair. Koch will make the throw to first. And that'll take us to the bottom of the 7th. Now before the Pacers can put up 2 more runs in this one, it's a 4-0 ball game as the Nighthawks offense will take the field. You're watching North Georgia baseball on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
United Logistics is a veteran-owned and relationship-driven company with a goal of being an integral part of the community, providing safe transportation and shipping solutions, and being recognized as one of the leading providers of transportation nationwide. Visit UnitedLogistics.net for more information. Walden & Company Realty is dedicated to serving you with all of your real estate needs. Their team of professionals will help you with everything from transaction coordination, marketing, and representing you as a buyer or seller, and has a goal of making your transaction run as smoothly as possible. For more information, visit waldenco.com.
Back with you here in Dahlonega as the Nighthawks offense is able to finally take the field again in the bottom of the seventh. Today's seventh inning is presented by Zaxby's of Dahlonega, an official partner of North Georgia Baseball. As the first pitch of the seventh from Fletcher is going to be in for a strike. Now Jace Bowen faces a 0-1 count. That one's going to get over the short and into left as Bowen is going to stop in his tracks at first. So a nice start here for the Nighthawks offense. That's going to bring out Riley Frost. We'll see what the shortstop can do here with no outs in the inning and Bowen on first. Pacers still rolling with Fletcher here in this one. Been two different pitching stories for both teams. As that one's going to be in for a strike. As the Nighthawks have gone deep into their pitching lineup. Pacers have still been rolling with Fletcher as he's been pitching a scoreless one so far. As that one's hit well into left. Does it have enough? And it does not. So Riley Frost is going to be responsible for out number one in the bottom of the seventh. Brings out Josh Sosa. So Sosa still got Bowen on first. As that pitch is going to be in for a ball. So now Sosa faces a 1-0 count. And the 1-0 pitch. Going to be inside the zone for a strike. Now 1-1. Sosa trying to mount a comeback here for the Nighthawks. And the 1-1 pitch. That one's going to be fouled near the Pacers' dugout. Makes it a 1-2 count. As Fletcher gets the signal he wants. And the 1-2 pitch going to be in the dirt. Now a 2-2 count. Looks like Bowen had thought about it for a moment to make a run for it to second. He will stay at first. And the 2-2 pitch. It's going to be just outside of the zone. Now a full count for Sosa. This Nighthawks offense is looking to blow this one open here. The 3-2 pitch to Sosa. It's going to be in for strike number 3. Brings us to 2 outs in the inning. After a few good pitches there from Fletcher. We'll see if Andrew Zapata could be the one to start the comeback here for North Georgia. Pata's been able to get on base multiple times in this one. Pickoff attempt there at first. So Pata still waits his first pitch. And that one's going to be outside of the zone for ball number 1. As Fletcher has his eyes on first. And the 1-0 pitch. Gonna cut it close, so it's going to be a 2-0 count for Opata. He's got Steele on deck if he's able to get on base. So that one's going to be right down the middle for a strike. Opata now faces a 2-1 count. As Fletcher gets the signal. And that one's right down the middle. It's now a 2-2 count for Opata. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs in the inning. Big pitch coming up here for Fletcher. So that one's going to be tipped and fouled. Count stays at 2-2. So Opata still battling here. Still got Bowen on first. As that one's going to be hit shallow left. And the flip to second. It's going to make it 3 outs in the inning. So the Nighthawks still unable to put anything on the board here as they are down 4-0 in this one, taking us to the top of the 8th. You're watching North Georgia Baseball on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
Here in Dahlonega, we treasure our history.
We treasure our waterfalls.
We treasure our wine.
But most of all, we treasure our guests.
We are a family.
We treasure our community.
And we're an experience for you to discover.
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 The heart of the Georgia mountains.
The heart of the Georgia mountains.
Discover the heart of the Georgia mountains.
The mountains are open.
Back with you here in Dahlonega as the Nighthawks and Coach Cantrell makes another Wendy's call to the bullpen in this one. Number 7, Dylan Noche, the sophomore right-handed pitcher out of Decula, Georgia, is now on the mound for the Nighthawks. And Noche's first pitch is going to be outside of the zone for a ball. As Luke Parker is up to bat here for the Pacers. Another ball here thrown from Noche. Makes it a 2-0 count. That pitch is going to get away from Davis. Luckily, there were no runners on, so the count still 3-0 though. So I do not expect Parker to swing here. As that one's going to be in the dirt for ball number 4. And so Noche, 4 consecutive balls and a walk in his first at-bat, or his first time at the mound here for the Nighthawks. As Noche will now face off against Nick Tripp. That is now 5 consecutive balls thrown from Noche. So that one's going to be just outside of the zone for ball number 2. Make that 6 consecutive balls for Noche. As Tripp now faces a 2-0 count. That one's going to be hit shallow left. And the throw from Frost is going to make it to first in time for out number 1. And so now Jose Hernandez is going to step into the batter's box for the Pacers.
Now pinch hitting for the Pacers, number 17, Dalton Graves.
Will actually be a pinch hitter here for the Pacers as number 17, Dalton Graves. Will take the place of Hernandez on this one. Graves, the sophomore out of Aiken, South Carolina. As that one's going to be in the dirt for a ball. So Graves now faces the 1-0 count. That one's going to be in the dirt, but check swing there is going to make it a 1-1 count. And the 1-1 pitch from Noche. Going to be inside the zone for strike number 2. A couple good pitches here thrown from Noche. And that's going to be in for strike number 3. As Noche is able to make quick work of Graves. Brings us to 2 outs in the inning. And so now Marcus Mastalone. We've got a crack at it here with 2 outs in the inning. He's got a runner on second. That pitch is going to be high and away for ball number 1. The Pacers are 7-2, looking to improve to 8-2 on the season. Nighthawks are 4-4. As that one's going to be hit into left as Pacers are waving them home here. So the Pacers are going to extend their lead here, make it a 5-0 ball game. As Parker was able to round the bases and make his way home. So that'll bring up Blankenship into the batter's box for the Pacers. Coach Cantrell looking like he'll possibly close out the inning with Noche, but we've already made numerous Wendy's call to the bullpens in this one, so we will have to wait and see here. As that pitch from Noche is going to be in for a strike, so it's 0-1. The Nighthawks are 4-4 on the season, looking to improve to above 500. As that one's hit well into left, it's going to be routine play for Arisborough to take us to the bottom of the 8th. But the Pacers put another run on the board, going up 5-0 in this one. You're watching North Georgia Baseball on the Nighthawk Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Moore's Lumber and Hardware has proudly served the homeowners and pro contractors of North Georgia since 1946. Located in Dahlonega, our covered drive-through lumber yard provides customers with both quality products and services. Rains Grading, a licensed excavating contractor located in Lumpkin County, provides both commercial and residential grading, hauling, and paving to the North Georgia area.
Back with you here in Dahlonega, the bottom of the 8th, as the Nighthawks are trying to mount a comeback here. Down 0-5 in this one. Mason Steele is going to try to start the comeback here, as the Nighthawks are down to their potential last 6 outs in this one. Fletcher still on the mound for the Pacers. So that one's going to be in for a strike. 0-1. So that was going to be popped into left. But it's going to be a routine play there for the Pacers. As Sharp makes the catch. Nighthawks down to their potential last 5 outs now. Connor Frost up to bat here for North Georgia. So that one's going to be popped high into left. Just a little further than where Steele was able to get it. Another routine play there for the left fielder, Josh Sharp. So 2 back-to-back quick outs here for the Nighthawks to bring up Jorge Arisborough. As Arisborough will now try to be the one to mount the comeback here for North Georgia. So that one's going to be a ball, so a 1-0 count for Arisborough. He's got Davis on deck. Another ball thrown from Fletcher. It's now a 2-0 count for Arisborough. Make that a 3-0 count, as that one cuts a little close. So do not anticipate Arisborough swinging on this one, unless he's able to get the perfect pitch. That one's going to be a strike. Arisborough homered on Friday in Game 1 against the Pacers. We'll see if he's able to get another one here, but he does not get a chance. Here, as that one's going to be ball number 4. He'll be walked to first. So Jack Davis will now get a crack at it here for North Georgia. see what the catcher can do here with a runner on first. And he sees a strike, so now 0-1. Arisborough, another one of the speedier players for North Georgia, so anything down in the gap should get him around the bases. As that pitch is going to be thrown in for a ball. 1-1 count now for Jack Davis. And the 1-1 pitch. That one's going to be hit high into center. Does not have enough to get over, so some routine outs here for the Pacers. It's going to bring their offense back on the field as they try to extend their lead in this one. Pacers up 5-0 in this one. You're watching North Georgia baseball on the Nighthawk Sports Network.
She has her whole life in front of her and already has a world-class heart team behind her. And so does every generation of her family, thanks to Georgia Heart Institute. Every day, our cardiologists, heart surgeons, and vascular surgeons bring breakthroughs that save and improve lives for generations. So whether you need heart care today or in 2073, we'll be here with the very best for your heart. Georgia Heart Institute.
Back with you here in Dahlonega as we head to the top of the 9th inning. Today's 9th inning is presented by Carter Lumber, an official partner of North Georgia baseball. So the Nighthawks are still rolling with Noche on the mound. As the Pacers are going to try to extend their lead here. Let's see if the Nighthawks defense can make quick work of them as they will try to mount a comeback in the bottom of the 9th. In game number 2, the Pacers were able to have a 4-run inning in the top of the 9th, which ultimately put the game away. So the Nighthawks are going to try to do a better job of containing them here. As the first pitch in the 9th from Noche. It's going to be in for a ball, so now 1-0. And the 0-1 pitch. Going to be in for a strike. As Eckert now faces a 1-1 count. As the Pacers have returned back to the top of their lineup. That one's going to be in for strike number 2. And the 1-2 pitch. I'm going to say he fouled there. No, he checked his swing, so it's going to be a swing and a miss for out number 1. So now Josh Sharp will step into the batter's box for the Pacers. Nighthawks doing a good job of making quick work of Eckert. As that pitch is going to be in the dirt for ball number 1. Davis has done a good job today of not letting some of these pitches get away. So that one's going to be high and away for ball number 2. As Noche gets the signal, 2-0 pitch. It's going to be outside of the zone for ball number 3. Pacers are going to follow up this one with a 3-game series against Embry-Riddle starting next Friday. Nighthawks will follow this one up with a big series against rival Young Harris in the Battle of Blood Mountain, as Sharp is walked on that one. Game 1 for North Georgia's matchup against Young Harris will be this Friday at 4 p.m. Coverage of the series will be right here on the Nighthawk Sports Network, as Jackson Hannon steps into the batter's box for the Pacers. Whenever North Georgia plays Young Harris, there's always a different vibe and energy across all sports. No matter the record, these matchups just mean so much more for both schools, as they are rivals in the Peach Belt Conference, as they are two of the closest schools geographical to one another. North Georgia currently leads the head-to-head matchups across athletics this season, but we still got a long way to go before the end of spring sports here. As Noche is going to get a bright and shiny new baseball, courtesy of the home plate ump. And so that pitch from Noche is going to be a ball. Got 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out in the inning. The Nighthawks trying to mount a comeback here, so trying to build some momentum going into that big series against Young Harris. As that one's going to go right to Bowen. 4 out, number 2. And so now Justin Bird will get a crack at it with 2 outs in the inning. Still got a runner on first, and Sharp, as he was walked. Bird, one of the heavy hitters here for the Pacers. Speaking of heavy hitting, he gets this one into center, as they're waving him to third. And the tag is not going to be in time for Bowen. And so Pacers now have runners on second and third. And so now number 8, Luke Parker, is going to get a crack at it here for the Pacers. Swing and a miss there. It's going to make it a 0-1 count for Noche. Noche going to try to make quick work of Parker, as he's got runners in scoring position here. As that one is going to get down into center. Opata will make the throw to second, but the Pacers are going to put 2 more runs up here in the top of the 9th, making this a 7-0 ball game. And so the Pacers repeating some of their success from yesterday's 9th inning, as they were able to get 4 runs in that one. Got 2 here so far. As that one from Tripp is going to be fouled. Makes it 0-1. Pacers have had 12 hits in this one compared to just 3 for North Georgia. That one's going to be in for strike number 2, as Tripp now faces a 0-2 count from Noche. Noche going to try and close this one out here, bring his offense back out on the field. That one's going to be fouled. So Tripp lives to see another day. Count stays at 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch from Noche. It's going to be outside of the zone, making a 1-2 count. So Coach Cantrell has been rolling with Noche to close this one out. Fortunately, has let up a few runs in his time at the mound, as that one's going to be down and left for a base hit. As Pacers are rounding the bases here, as they will get to the bags easily. So now runners on second and third for the Pacers, as Dalton Graves will get his second chance of the day for North Georgia, or for the Pacers. And so it looks like Coach Cantrell is going to make another Wendy's call to the bullpen in this one. As the Nighthawks make another Wendy's call to the bullpen in this one. So Noche's day is over, as
now pitching from the Nighthawks,
number 32, Jack Amacio, the freshman left-handed pitcher out of Milton, Georgia, and Cambridge High School, is going to try to close things out here for the Nighthawks, as the Pacers have runners in scoring position here. Definitely don't want them to extend their lead. They're already up 7-0 in this one. But Amacio will try to make things a little easier here for his offense. As we take a look at the North Georgia softball game over at Haynes and Carolyn Hill. North Georgia up 1-0 in that one. Bottom of the fifth, no outs. North Georgia was able to score a run in the bottom of the fourth, as they look for the sweep against Lake Erie, as they try to go 4-0 on the weekend. So Maceo is getting in some warm-up pitches here. So after a couple warm-up pitches from Maceo, he is ready to go. As number 24, Ty Gilbert, will step in as a pinch hitter for the Pacers. Gilbert, the junior out of Sarasota, Florida. As Maceo's first pitch is going to be a strike. Another strike there thrown from Maceo. Makes it 0-2. And the 0-2 pitch. Swing and a miss there. So some quick work from Amacio. It's going to bring out his Nighthawks offense as they try to mount a comeback here in the bottom of the ninth. Down 7-0 in this one. You're watching North Georgia Baseball on the Nighthawk Sports Network. We'll be right back.
How do you create something that's different than everyone else? You do it differently than everyone else. Here at Copeland Creative, we specialize in telling captivating stories of wild people, wild things, and wild places. We don't just capture the story, we immerse ourselves in it. We are a diverse, multi-talented media house based in North Georgia, and if you have a story that needs told, we want to help you tell it.
Greatness. Greatness is defined as striving to succeed. It is giving everything you have to achieve your goals. It's not defined by the numbers of games you lose, the numbers of shots you miss, but it's the risk in failing that will define your greatness. You earn it by showing up early, by pushing yourself every day, by working harder than everyone else. And when you've reached that point of giving up, you don't. Most people are good, others are great. Find your greatness.
Back with you here in Dahlonega as the Nighthawks will have a chance to mount a comeback here in the bottom of the ninth. Today's ninth inning is presented by Carter Lumber, an official partner of North Georgia Baseball. As the Pacers make a pitching change, and so Louis Smith is now going to be on the mound for the Pacers, the left-handed pitcher, 6'3" sophomore out of Ridgeland, South Carolina, will come in for relief of Fletcher. Fletcher has pitched a shutout so far, and he will be credited with the win. They're able to close things out here in the bottom of the ninth. And we've already had a few games in the Peach Belt Conference close out today. Florida Southern College getting the dominant 9-1 win over Georgia College. Lander taking on USC Beaufort, winning 1-0 in a definitely a closer game. Columbus State winning 7-3 against Flagler. The Young Harrison Augusta game is still underway, as well as our North Georgia USC Aiken matchup. So the Nighthawks down to their potential. Last 3 outs in this one. Brady Skipper, Jace Bone, and Riley Frost guaranteed to step up to the plate here for North Georgia. As that one's going to be down as a ball for Smith's first pitch of the day. Makes it a 1-0 count for Skipper. That one's going to be in the dirt for ball number 2. As the Nighthawks are able to return to the top of their batting order here in the bottom of the ninth, with their 2 freshmen, Skipper and Bowen, leading things off here for them. As Smith gets his first strike of the day. And the 2-1 pitch is going to be high. Makes it a 3-1 count now for Brady Skipper. And the 3-1 pitch to Skipper. It's going to be in for strike number 2. Now a full count for Brady. So now Smith gets the signal he wants, and the full count pitch. That one's going to be popped up towards the net. Foul territory. Count stays full for Skipper. And the full count pitch from Smith. That one's going to be popped right into foul territory. Skipper battling here. Count is still full. And the full count pitch. That one's hit well into center. And it's going to get down for a base hit as Skipper is going to stop in his tracks at first. Nighthawks off to a good start here, though, in the bottom of the ninth. So now Jace Bone will get a crack at it here. No outs in the inning. Skipper on first. Bowen, after week 1 of the season, was voted the Peach Belt Conference Freshman of the Week. We'll see what he can do here. As that pitch is going to be outside of the zone for ball number 1. So the Nighthawks are still alive in this one. They've got a lot of work to do here in the bottom of the 9th. As Bowen sees a strike, 1-1 count. Smith gets a signal. As that pitch is going to be wild. Putting Skipper on second. So it's going to be a 2-1 count now. Makes things a little easier now for Jace Bowen, as Skipper is on second. Still no outs in the inning. And the 2-1 pitch from Smith. Going to be outside of the zone for ball number 3. So now a 3-1 count for Bowen. And the 3-1 pitch. Going to be in for strike number 2. Nighthawk faithful here. Not pleased with that call. And so it is now a full count for Jace Bowen. Bowen was already halfway to first. He thought that one was ball number 4. Swing, and that one's hit into center field. Routine play there for the Pacers to get out number 1. So now Riley Frost will step into the batter's box for North Georgia. 1 out in the inning. He's got Skipper on second. Sosa is on deck. As that pitch is going to be in for a strike. Now 0-1 for Frost. The Nighthawks still alive in this one, as he sees a ball there. Go 1 ball, 1 strike, and 1 out in the inning. And the 1-1 pitch to Frost. Going to be outside of the zone for ball number 2. 2-1 now. As Frost tries to extend this game here for North Georgia. That one's going to cut it close. Make it a 3-1 count for Riley Frost. Riley's brother Connor Frost leads the Peach Belt Conference, or he's one of the leaders in the Peach Belt Conference in getting hit by pitch. As that one's popped into right. Another routine out here for the Pacers for out number 2. So the Nighthawks down to their last out here in this one. As Josh Sosa will try to be the one to keep the Nighthawks alive here. And Brady Skipper was able to advance to third on that one. So he's in scoring position. That one's going to be outside of the zone for a ball. 1-0 now for Sosa. And the 1-0 pitch to Sosa. It's going to be inside the zone for a strike. Now 1-1. If Sosa's able to extend this one, he's got Opata on deck. as that one's going to be hit to first. Routine out there for the Pacers as they are able to sweep the series against the Nighthawks. Taking this one 7-0. And that will do it for us here in our series finale. Your final score, the Pacers 7, Nighthawks nothing. Pacers improving to 8-2 on the season. Nighthawks falling to 4-5. Quick look at the numbers. 7 runs, 13 hits, and 0 errors for the Pacers. Nighthawks with 0 runs, 4 hits, and an error in this one, as they will try to regroup for their big series against Young Harris. We'll be back on Friday, February 24th at 4 p.m. for that much-anticipated series. A big thanks to the Nighthawk Sports Network crew working behind the scenes to make this one possible. On behalf of Robert DiClemente and the rest of the NSN team, thanks for tuning in with us today. Again, your final score from Dahlonega, 7-0 in favor of the Pacers. We will see you real soon.